Hey guys, Gwen here. I'm here to tell you all about my adventures in my lucky summer journal. And I have a feeling that you're going to like my adventures. Well, once you get to my lucky summer journal, you're going to fill in the blanks, drawing, writing, and just be creative and play games with me. That I promise you. Let's do it.
Top secret journal, keep out. That means you, Ben. Dear Gwen, I'm so excited to take you and Ben on this road trip around America with me. You're going to love Life in the Rust Bucket, my trusty RV. I thought you might like this notebook. You could write about your travels, play games, whatever you like. Enjoy. Love, Grandpa Max. Woohoo! Out of the open road! Today marks the official first day of the epic road trip that I'm taking with Ben and Grandpa Max. I'm so excited to explore the country. I'm going to see if Ben wants to play the dots game with me. We'll ride again after I win. Mwahahaha. Love, Gwen. P.S. Yep, I won. Official rule guide to the dots game. Take turns drawing one small line each, connecting one dot to the other. You can go horizontal or vertical, but not diagonal. Every time you create a square, that is a point for you. Put your initials inside. For every square you create, you also get another turn before the other player can go. Once it is possible to make any more squares, tally your points. The winner gets to choose the car music for at least an hour. Hello again. I'm kind of in a bad mood. The rust bucket is feeling pretty cramped today. I just want some time alone. Grandpa has been singing the same song for 2 hours, and Ben won't stop kicking my chair. Sometimes when in a bad mood, I list things that make me happy. I guess I can try that now. Things I like by Gwen. Reading, especially the Grimoire Girls books. Science, volcanoes, my family, mythical creatures, especially the Forgetti. Fishing, the Unalivers, my favorite TV show. Michael Morningstar, the star of the Unalivers. Mini golf, ice cream, chocolate ice cream, traveling, geology, being me. Wow, creepiest day night of my life. Wow, wow, wow. So today we ended up in a town called Herring Harbor. Perhaps you've heard of it. If so, that's probably because it's the most haunted town on the East Coast. We ended up at the super creepy hotel because they offer free breakfast in the morning. Not worth it. Maybe this Halloween I can make my own haunted house for trick-or-treaters. I got some good ideas from my visit to Herring Harbor. Today's the most exciting day of my life. We are currently driving to Miami, where we will visit the set of Unalivers. I have been waiting for this moment since the very first time I saw Michael Morningstar on the cover of the magazine at the dentist's office. I get the magazine. I ask first. Never mind. Tomorrow's my birthday. I can't wait. Since I was born earlier in the day than Ben, I get to open presents first and have the first bite of cake. Woohoo! I'm trying to brainstorm a good birthday surprise for Ben. I'm going to come up with at least 10 ideas. Hi, Ben. Happy birthday to us. You. As a birthday treat, I wrote you a poem. And since I know how much you love poems, I wrote it in rhyme. If you can fill in words to make the poem rhyme, I'll do all your chores for 2 weeks. Ben and Gwen are turning 10, and so I write this with my men. We have adventures far and wide, and she is always by my side. You're forever my best friend. Time for this sappy poem to end. Greetings from Squid City, where things got weird pretty fast. Grandpa was so excited to visit Squid City because he wanted Ben and me to try squid ink ice cream. I wasn't sure what to expect. Maybe like if a pen exploded into my dessert? I made myself a promise that I would taste all the different foods that were offered to me on this trip, so I had to try it. It was surprisingly delicious. What if every town had ice cream to represent it? I wonder what my town would choose. Hello for Laughlin, USA! Wow, who knew that a whole museum dedicated to coins would be so fun? The only bummer was that I couldn't touch any of them. Can you believe that? If I ran the Mint Museum, I would have all kinds of cool activities and games. Whenever Ben uses the Omnitrix, I have a certain alien in mind that I hope he'll morph into. Most often, I'm hoping for gray matter, because he's just so brilliant. I learned so much of him as gray matter. I guess I learned from Ben too. I learned to always pluck my nose when he takes off his shoes. I think everybody has something they could teach their friends. I taught my pals how to tie-dye. I invited a few friends over to my house, and we both turned a bunch of stained clothes into cool new outfits. It was so much fun. It was exciting to be able to share something with my bud. Good morning from Portland, Oregon. I can't believe we finally went to our first music festival this afternoon. The music was so loud, Ben and I couldn't even talk to each other. We ended up communicating through charades. How to play charades. 2 or more people. Write down 50/30 phrases on small pieces of paper. The phrases can be names of books, TV shows, or movies. Each person picks a phrase out of the hat and takes turns standing up in front of the other players. When it's your turn, let everyone know what category your phrase is by miming. The other players will call up possible categories. When they guess it correctly, let them know by touching your nose. Let the other players know how many words in your phrase by showing them with your fingers. Act out your phrase one word at a time using your fingers. For instance, if your phrase was a movie called Radioactive Sharks in Lava, you would show them 4 fingers before acting out the word lava. For smaller words, the of, it, and, etc., make a little inch with your fingers to show that it's a short word. If you want to show the other players how many syllables are in the certain word, tap 2 fingers on your wrist, and then use your fingers to show the amount. You can act out phrases syllable by syllable if you want. Sometimes it's pretty helpful to do that. If you have a word that's hard to act out, try to think of something that rhymes with it or sounds similar. Cup your hand to your ear and then act out the similar sounding word. When it is your turn, no talking, no sound effects, no singing, and no humming. The festival was so much fun. It was definitely one of the best days ever. It must be hard work to organize a festival, but really exciting. Traveling, I have learned, means falling asleep in all kinds of weird places. It can be really hard, especially if you use to turn dark bedroom and cozy bed. I find falling asleep in the car, airplane, or bus really difficult, but these tips help me. Wow, Kurna country is amazing. We tried so many new foods and drinks made from corn. I also had some cornbread, which was so yummy. I asked if the farmer could tell me how to make it. They told me it's a very special family recipe, and I have to solve these riddles to figure out the ingredients. Milk, flour, cornmeal, egg, oil, melted butter, corn, sugar, and cheese. This week, we're ditching the rust bucket and going camping. We're pretty pumped, but I want to make sure I have everything in order before we're out in the wilderness. Did I miss anything? My camping checklist. Tent, travel pillow, yoga mat or sleeping pad, journal and pen, trash bag. If campsite doesn't have garbage cans, leave no trace. Drinking water, some fruit, nuts, and crackers for snacks, warm socks and an extra sweatshirt, book of constellations, hand sanitizer, eye mask. This is handy if you want to sleep later than crack of dawn. Hello from the spectacular Yellowstone National Park. Given the natural beauty of this place, today would have probably have been amazing even if we hadn't been the nefarious Lagrange to finding hidden treasure. Yep, we found treasure. I still can't believe it. We didn't get to keep it, of course. We found it at a national park after all. Ben was pretty disappointed about that. He has dreams of building his own cyberg, and he thought the treasure might make that happen. Sorry, Ben. The cyberg will have to wait. Someday, cuz. Someday. I'll let Ben draw a cyberg in my notebook in case we find more treasure again. I learned an important lesson today. You don't always need superpowers to be a superhero. The trick is to simply carry yourself as if you do. I should back up. Today was a great day. Today we went to CosCon. When I put on my Lucky Girl costume this morning, I had no idea how handy it would be later. Halfway into CosCon, we got a visit from a villainous warlock, Hex. He was trying to steal an actual magic wand, which somehow ended up floating around CosCon. I was able to scare him off by pretending to possess magic powers. It really worked. I feel pretty good right now. Superior status confirmed. Plus, I got to go to CosCon. Hello for California, where we crossed the border and the rust bucket died. What seemed like a huge bummer actually turned out to be a pretty cool adventure. The rust bucket broke down right near a small commune. We met some really nice people, including my new friend, Starshine. The commune had only 2 major rules. No talking or loud noises, no entering the sacred temple. Of course, Ben broke both rules immediately and unleashed a dragon. He did rescue everybody afterward, and now they can make noise without fear of waking a monster, so I can't really be too angry about it. It was so strange to suddenly go from complete silence to a huge dragon swooping into the temple. It was wild. It all happened so fast I could barely remember the details. I know Ben was gray matter at one point, and then he was Date Blast. He was definitely Diamond Head when he actually defeated the dragon. I think drawing what I remember might help me untangle the rest of the details.
And that's the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. Make sure you like my video. Bye from Gwen Tennyson.